When I said that Nigeria does not have a president, the people that were insulting me. No name they didn't call me. Some even said that they should arrest me. I see a lot of those same people now. They are also the ones now complaining and saying that, oh, Tinubu is not working, it's not doing anything, it's not whatever. Anyway, that's not the main thing that I want to talk about today. Did you see the video where EFCC and police went to sort of like, whether it's raid, whether it's closed down, I don't know, but there were gunshots and all of that at Bureau de Change places, in Abuja. That's the report that is coming out. And it's really so crazy. I don't understand this mentality that Tinubu seems to have to say high-handedness is what he's going to use to fix things. He's not taking responsibility. He's blaming other people. You saw what happened with Sahad stores, where they went in there and they closed down the shop, and they sort of like, for what? You're saying that people are hoarding. How are they hoarding? They have things in their warehouse. How do you expect things to not be in their warehouses? Warehousing is part of in the distribution chain and commerce and everything. Warehousing is part of it, because if you don't have people who have the capacity to be able to buy things and hold them, then they either get spoiled, or farmers won't have anyone buying from them, or you just have them within that period and that's it. So warehousing is actually a thing. There was even a time that the central bank would actually give you money to actually warehouse, because give you loan, so that you'll be able to use to warehouse then over the time, so that you continue to have that thing in season and all of that. So I don't understand this craziness. And then with this Bureau de Change, it's just this mentality they seem to have, that, oh, they're going to go after the people who are doing it, and they just close down. Is the people who are selling dollars that is making dollars expensive? No, it isn't. It's your policies that don't have head, that you're not supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be in that seat at all. You rigged your way into that seat, and one would have expected the effort that you put in rigging your way into that seat, that you would have ensured that you had something that you were going to use to actually give people good governance, so that people will forget the rigging that you did. Now, even your supporters who had voted for you, whose votes were not enough for you and supported your rigging, now they are crying worse than every other person. I don't where does all of this where do all of this come from? What is the mentality behind all of this? This is really crazy. How are you going after people who are selling brew de change? What's their own? It's the way they buy that they will sell. If it's cheap, they will sell it cheap. If it's expensive, they will sell it expensive. Naira is no longer a store of value. So of course, some people are not putting their monies in nairas. Even most of the people in government officials, they don't have their monies in naira. And for those of us who are earning in naira, doing things in naira, you want to buy something, you can't. The prices are out of the way. Every day you get this changes, inflation. The money is just depreciating. For anybody that has money in the bank, naira in the bank, I don't know what you people are drinking, because it must be really something serious. Otherwise, it's crazy. So where is this attack just based on, the Bureau de Change people? Why? What have they done? Why don't you focus on you doing the things that you rigged your way in that you're supposed to do? Why don't you put in the right economic team? Illegitimate as it may be, then the people can begin to say, okay, yeah, we know he rigged official, maybe, blah, blah, blah. But now it isn't. There's nothing. You just rigged your way to just be there, to just be sleeping on seats. Is that it? Is that all? Nothing else? This is unbelievable. First of all, people, let me just give you a moment. Look at the video itself.
ka tashi aiki in dai sai ka tashi aiki alai ke ne da kawo da waje
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Did you just see that? I'm telling you, this is all shade of craziness. This is madness. The next thing they're going to enter market and begin to do all of these things. I remember in 2014 when, talking about Buhari, and I was saying, oh, look, Buhari hasn't shown the things that he was going to do. That was around October. I'm like telling people, you people are just turning this man like he has some magic. What is he going to do? Is he going to be using his 1984 tactics of, essential commodities, flogging people and all of that? Apparently, it seems as if Buhari skipped that. It's actually Tinubu who is going to be implementing all of those things. And this is really crazy. This is something else. How do you go about, just thinking that you're going to force people, you're going to force the price down? Is that how it works? You force the price and no, that's not. Demand and supply will always work out. It's about demand and supply. If there's no demand, make your money, make if the naira is strong. But right now, the same Tinubu that is doing all of this hasn't reduced any cost of governance, traveling out of the country like no man's business. I saw a place where he and the Kenyan president were being called flying president, and what did they even call it? There was a traveler in chief or something like that. That's what you do. You're always traveling out. You're using forex. You're carrying tons of people, wasting our money. We are still importing fuel. That's where this thing forex mainly is going to you. So what the heck? So what the heck? What are we talking about here? You've not put anything in place. See, when you went to Dubai with over 1,000 delegates, who was going to pay for all those things? Who paid for all those things? We're wasting money. The other day, Tinubu put a lot down, a policy down that, oh, they are cutting down the cost of people who are traveling and all of that. Guess who broke that in? The same Tinubu. The first time he was going to travel, he carried more than what he had said. And I even did a video where I say, when he's thinking about what will Peter Obi do without really having that mind and empathy that Peter Obi has towards the people. This is all shade of craziness. I mean, today is Bureau they change people. Tomorrow is going to be market people. They're going to enter the market and start beating. Or they've already started with the market people anyways, with the Sahar stores, with the fact that they were going into warehouses, locking down warehouses and stuff like that. That's already starting with the market people. Maybe people who are selling gold, they're going to go after them now and say all sorts of things on those ones. Craziness all over the place. Meanwhile, people are suffering. People are going through so much, and yet those of them that find themselves in the corridor of power, they're doing all sorts of things, all sorts of nonsense, what they want to do, how they want to do, without thinking about the people themselves. Without thinking about the people. How do we continue to allow this to happen? I mean, it's just so crazy. I honestly, I knew Tinubu was going to be bad, but in all fairness, I didn't know he was as bad as this. And for me, I think anytime I used to look at Buhari, I always said that when Buhari got into power, the Southwest APC that helped him into power in 2015, he neglected them and brought in the 2003 it was 2003 AMPP, 2011 CPC people, and brought them, was doing the power with them and all of that. And probably if he had used the Southwest APC, that his government might not have been as bad as it was. But now I see that I'm wrong. Because the Southern APC, the Southwestern APC, now seem to be worse in less than 6 months. Hey! Than the Buhari. Imagine anybody being worse than Buhari. Yay! Okay, now be a more